The story and legacy of Murphy's Law. The popular saying Murphy's Law was born from a phrase attributed to American aerospace engineer Edward A. Murphy Jr. in 1949, while he was working on a project for the U.S. Air Force at Edwards Air Force Base, California. The most accepted origin of Murphy's Law is linked to Project MX-981, a high-acceleration experiment designed to test human tolerance to rapid deceleration. Basically, to discover how much force a human body could endure during impact. The experiment used a rocket sled that was suddenly stopped to simulate extreme deceleration. One of the volunteers was Colonel John Paul Stapp, known for enduring up to 46.2 gs, an almost unbelievable feat for a human being. To measure the effects on the body, sensors were attached to the pilot. However, a technician connected them all incorrectly, resulting in useless data after a grueling test. Frustrated with the failure, Murphy reportedly said, "If there's any way to do it wrong, he will." Although the phrase was said in a specific context, it perfectly captured the frustration engineers and scientists feel toward the inevitability of human error. The concept gained fame thanks to Colonel John Paul Stapp, then known as the fastest man on Earth. During a press conference, he explained that his team's low accident rate was because they always considered Murphy's Law. In other words, they always prepared for the worst. The phrase soon evolved into its popular form. "If anything can go wrong, it will." Or, "Whatever can go wrong, will go wrong." The expression quickly spread among engineers, pilots, and the military, and later to the general public, becoming a universal proverb about life's unpredictability. First printed record, the expression Murphy's Law appeared in print for the first time in 1952, in technical and aviation journals. Finagle's Law and Sod's Law. In the UK, a similar version called Sod's Law, the law of bad luck, is nearly identical to Murphy's. Meanwhile, Finagle's Law, popular among computer scientists, says, "Anything that can go wrong will, at the worst possible moment." Murphy's Law was mentioned in films such as Interstellar, 2014, where the protagonist's daughter is named Murphy, a direct reference to the famous law. The expression also inspired the title of the film Murphy's Law, 1986, starring Charles Bronson. Various artists have alluded to the concept in songs and lyrics, reinforcing its symbolic value as a synonym for inevitable bad luck. In engineering and aviation, Murphy's Law evolved into a philosophy of prevention, design systems assuming that failures will occur. This principle is still used today in critical fields like aeronautics, medicine, and space technology, including NASA. Murphy's Law was born from a technical mistake but evolved into something far greater. A practical lesson about precaution, human fallibility, and planning. Though it sounds pessimistic, many engineers and scientists see it as an optimistic reminder: if everything can go wrong, be prepared so that nothing does. If you enjoyed the video, share it with your friends to help the channel grow. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss the next ones.